God bless you and thank you all for tuning in today for another episode of the Raw Experience. To my viewers and listeners, wherever you are, God bless you. If it's your first time listening or joining, go ahead right now, hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you have not. In addition, hit the notification bell that when I upload new content to the channel, you'll be the first to get the information. Listen, tonight I want to quickly and briefly talk to you guys today about disconnecting from a toxic person or even that narcissist. How do I disconnect myself? Well, the word disconnect means to cut off all forms of communication. And when you're dealing with these types of people, a lot of you have been in relationships for long periods of time, and I know that it may be hard, but when you realize and understand that you are going through a cycle that is not healthy for you, then you'll begin to realize that, hey, it's time for me to disconnect. And how do I do that? Number one, you have to understand what is it you are dealing with. What is it? You are dealing with a demonic spirit. Most of you have been so attached for such a long period of time, you have created what is called a soul tie. A soul tie is a spiritual connection formed between two people. Not all soul ties are bad. Some are good, some are bad. But the ones that are bad, trust me, they are strategically orchestrated by the enemy, by the devil, and that is to destroy you. So once you realize that you have been tied to a demonic spirit, you got to find yourself in a church where you can be totally set free by the power of the living God. Number two, when you want to disconnect yourself, I don't care who they are. They could be a co-worker. They could be of a good friend. They could be a church member. If you know they're toxic, you got to find yourself to a place where you have absolute freedom in your mind, freedom in your spirit, that you can be able to do whatever it is God needs for you to do and go to that next level and get the promises that He has for you. So number two, you got to go no contact. Now, when I say that, you got to be really serious. If you're not serious, don't play with it. Because many of you play these games, oh, I'll just go no contact just to see what they'll do. But no contact means to cut off all communications. That means the phone calls, the emails, the DMs, no house visits, all that crazy stuff. Don't do it unless you have to. So you gotta have a made up mind. You gotta be serious when it comes to this thing. If you playing around, if you're not ready for it, if you're not ready for what God got for you, then go ahead and keep playing your games. Go ahead and keep conforming to that narcissist behavior. Go ahead and keep being controlled by that demonic spirit. But if you ready, you got to be willing to cut off all communications. The Bible talks about evil communication. It corrupts good manner. So you got to be willing to cut it off. Number three, you got to find yourself in the presence of God. You got to seek Him now more than ever. You got to pray. You got to fast. Come on now. You got to begin to sacrifice something so that God can move on your behalf and deliver you. Come on. It's time to be free. For what God has taken you, you don't have time for no more games. All that ghosting, lying, betraying, going behind your back, all that foolishness. You don't have time for it no more. You've been hurt long enough. It's time to go forward. It's time to get what it is God has in store for you. And let me tell you something. You better get ready. Get ready. So let's leave the nonsense behind. Let's go no contact. Let's cut off all these people that are not in our purpose. So I wanted to bring you that. So I love you all so much. I'm praying for you. So God bless you. Until next time, be blessed.